Welcome to Physics online class. I am Mr. Mohan sir, Physics faculty. Today our topic is resistance, resistance connected in series, resistance connected in parallel. Now let us discuss about the resistance. So resistance, material which opposes the motion of the free electrons. Material which opposes the motion of the free electrons, free electrons in a conductor, we are calling it as a resistance of the conductor. That means the specimen of a material which opposes the motion of the free electrons. The specimen of a material which opposes the motion of the free electrons, we are calling it as a resistance of the conductor. That means the free electrons are always resisted, by the property of the material. We are calling it as a resistance. So it is denoted by generally R. Units of resistance are ohm. Symbol ohm. Now let us see the resistance connected in series. So let us see resistances connected in series. Resistors connected in series. Series connection means the one end of the resistor is connected to the other resistor. The second resistor end is connected to the third resistor, and third resistor end is connected to the fourth resistor, and so on. Such a combination we are calling it as a resistors connected in series. So first resistor, let us take resistor 1, the other end is connected to the second resistor, and the other end is connected to the third resistor, and third resistor end is connected to the fourth resistor. So like that, the combination of such resistors, when they have been connected, such combination we are calling it as a series combination. We are calling it as a series combination. So I am naming this resistor as R1, this resistor as R2, this resistor is R3. All these three resistors are connected in end to end directly to the polarity of a battery. That means the other end is connected to the positive or negative terminal of a battery, and the first end is connected to the negative or positive terminals of a battery. So let us connect them to the negative is connected and positive is connected over here. So from the battery of V volts, the current is coming out from the positive terminal and it is flowing across the resistor R1, R2, R3. You see, if you just visit to a taps connected in series in a function hall, we see that first tap is opened, later the second tap is opened, third tap is opened later. So on the taps one by one they have been opened. We see that there is a pressure differences from first tap to the last tap. So here also the same thing. When the water starts flowing across each tap, there will be a pressure differences when the taps are connected in series. So in the same case, when the resistors are connected in series, there is a voltage drop across each resistor. Let V1 is the voltage drop across the first resistor, and V2 is the voltage drop across the second resistor, and V3 is the voltage drop across the third resistor. Now the current, I amount of current is flowing in the first, second, third resistor is same. That means the water which is coming out from the tank with a pressure V will be same across the first resistor. The same water flows through the second resistor, same water flows through the third resistor. But the pressure differences will be different. The current remains to be flowing across the resistor is same in every resistor. But at every resistor there is a potential differences is observed. So the sum of the potential differences across each resistor is equal to the total potential difference across the battery. So the sum of the potential differences across each resistor is equal to the sum of the potential difference across the terminals of the battery. So current remains to be same. So we take that V is equal to, it is V1 plus V2 plus V3. V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now if you just observe that according to the Ohm's law, according to Ohm's law, we have that the voltage across this terminal V is equal to current which is coming out into resistance of the battery, the current which is coming out, and R is the resistance of the battery. And if we take the potential drop across the first resistor, it is equal to the current and the first resistance. So if we take the potential drop at V1 is equal to, it is current is same across the first resistor. Similarly, the potential drop across the second resistor is equal to current is same for the second resistor, and V3 is equal to current is same across the third resistor. So when you take all these equations and substitute in main equation, we have V is equal to I into R. So V is equal to I into R, V1 is equal to I1 R1, and V2 is equal to I2 R2, V3 is equal to I3 R3. So what is the common term in this? We have I is common term on both sides, it gets cancelled. So I is common term, we have R1 plus R2 plus R3. So I get cancelled on both sides, then we have resistance connected in series is equal to sum of the individual resistors. Sum of the individual 3 resistors. The effective resistance is equal to the sum of the individual 3 resistors. If n number of resistors are connected in series, then we will take that the resistance connected in series is equal to the first resistor plus second resistor plus third resistor. So like that, so on up to nth resistor. That is nth resistor. We take the nth resistor. Yeah, n number of resistors are connected. Nth resistor we are taking. So it can be written in the summation. The summation of I is equal to 1 to n. That is Ri. So if you take I is equal to 1, R1, summation means plus, and I is equal to 2, summation, it is second resistor, and I is equal to 3, it is the third resistor, summation, I is equal to 4, fourth resistor, so on up to nth resistors. So the general formula for the resistors connected in series is equal to n number of times the resistance. N number of times the resistance. Suppose if I take that a resistance of 2 ohms, 3 resistors of 2 ohms are connected in series. So 3 resistors I am taking. R1 is equal to 2 ohms, R2 is equal to 2 ohms, R3 is also 2 ohms. They are connected in series. Then what is the total resistance? Means first resistance of 2 ohms, second resistance of 2 ohms, third resistor is also 2 ohms. So 2 ohms plus 2 ohms plus 2 ohms. It is altogether 3 resistors are there with 2 ohms each. Then 3 2s are 6. So n is equal to 3 and each resistor is of 2 ohms. So it is 6 ohms. So we can create number of problems out of this. If the resistors are connected in series, the effective resistance what happens? Will increase because we are adding. 2 ohms is added to the second resistor is 2 ohms and third resistor is also 2 ohms. 2 plus 2 it is 6 ohms. So the effective resistance is increasing. So in the series combination the effective resistance always increases. The effective resistance is always increases. Okay, that is one. Now let us see in the case of parallel combination. In the case of parallel combination, when the resistors are connected in parallel, resistors are connected in parallel combination. So in the case of parallel combination, how we connect the resistors? We take the first resistor. Yeah, let us take the first resistor and second resistor and third resistor. These 3 resistors, one ends are been connected to the one terminal of the battery, and the other ends have been connected to the next terminal of the battery, same battery. So the terminal A we take and terminal B. These two are connected to the poles of the battery. Then such a combination is called as resistors connected in parallel combination. So how we can define the resistors combination? So resistor 1, 2, 3. The ends, one ends are connected to the one terminals of a battery. The other ends are the same resistors are connected to the other terminal of the battery. Same resistors. The other end are connected to the second terminal of the battery. Such a combination we are calling it as a resistors connected in parallel. So I am considering the 3 resistors R1, R2, R3. Now imagine that the current which is coming out from the battery with a resistance R, the current is coming out from the positive terminal of the battery, and when it comes over to the point A, the current is divided in the first resistor branch as I1, through the second resistor branch as I2, and to the third resistor branch as I3. Then all these I1, I2, I3, when it reaches to the point B, they combine to give the total current back to the battery. I1, I2, I3, the three currents again will combine at the point B junction and back to the battery, same current, total current. So now according to the Ohm's law, if you take that the current is dividing here. In the case of series combination, we see that there is a potential drop across the resistors. But in the case of parallel combination, we observe the current is dividing. The voltage remains constant. The potential difference across each resistor remains constant. But the current is dividing here. So the total current is equal to the sum of the individual currents in each resistor. So the total current I is equal to, it is I1 plus I2 plus I3. I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now if you consider the Ohm's law, according to Ohm's law, we have I is equal to, potential is same, it is V by R for the battery, and I1 is equal to, it is potential is same across R1. I2 is equal to V upon R2. I3 is equal to V upon R3. So that is the potential drop across each resistor will remain constant. There is no difference in the potential. But the current is dividing here. When you substitute all these equations in the main equation, we have I is equal to V by R, I1 is equal to V by R1, I2 is equal to V by R2, I3 is equal to V by R3. That is from Ohm's law. From the magic triangle, if you consider that magic triangle, V is equal to V upon, so V can be written here and I into R. So anything which we want, the remaining two should be considered. If you want current, V upon R. If you want resistance, V upon I. So this is way how we can able to remember the subject. Okay. So now considering that. So here R is common. It is a common factor. 1 by R is common factor. Sorry, V is common factor here. This V is a common factor. Then 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 can be considered. So V can be cancelled on both sides. Then 1 by R is equal to, it is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 for the parallel combination. So the reciprocal of the individual resistors, the sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistors is called the effective resistance of the parallel combination. The sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistors is equal to the reciprocal of the effective resistance. Okay, you see that sum of the individual reciprocals of the individual resistors is equal to the reciprocal of the effective resistance. So in the parallel combination, if you want to that the parallel combination can be taken as R parallel is equal to, it is R1, R2, R3 by sum of the first two resistors, the product of the first two resistors, and R2, R3 plus R3, R1. So this is a way we can use for three resistors connected in parallel. For the three resistors connected in parallel, the way we use for three resistors connected in parallel. For the two resistors connected in parallel, 1 by R is equal to, it is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So that is the effective resistance can be taken as, it is a combination of these two. So it is can be taken as R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. So by taking the LCM and if you take the reciprocal of the effective resistance, it can be taken as R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. So this is a way we have to remember the topics subject.